2022, everyone's still at home, working from home, doing my YouTube stuff at home. Most of the things are at home. So how best to start the year with a home desk setup 2022? You know, just get on with it, tell you all about the stuff that I have here, how I keep myself productive, how I keep myself efficient, how I get to work. I feel extremely inefficient actually, when my desk is like swamped, crowded with so many things. You know, when I come and sit here, I want it to be clear, clean, neat. First thing we're gonna start with is actually this table. This table is just a normal wooden table from IKEA. I just got the tabletop, I added to it the wheels to be able to move it around a little bit while everything is still in place. And this way I could have multiple angles. I don't like when there are drawers, cabinets, stuff where I could just put things in that I don't need and then just hide them away. I have enough in my closet actually, so I don't want it to be also here. It's very sturdy, it's strong, none of those IKEA cartoony things. If you hit it, it makes a lot of sound. All right, and then moving on, I have two Macs. I have the 2019 MacBook Pro 16-inch with touch bar, and I have a 13-inch MacBook Pro as well. The 13-inch is for work, and the 2016 is for all the YouTube and editing stuff. Do I wish if I had just one MacBook where I could run everything on it? I do. I don't like that I have to swap every time I do things, but reality is I need to keep this separated, and hence I have the two MacBooks. So I always keep the MacBook I'm working on this bamboo riser. I like it to be elevated. I like to open the screen, and I have this first screen in front of me, and I have the other screen right here. So I see everything, and it's like quite elevated within eye reach. I keep under it the MacBook that I'm not using. So if let's say I'm using the 13-inch, I put the 13-inch up, and I put the 16 under it. This way it's out of the way. And whenever I need to swap it, I just swap. That's it for Macs. All right, where do I store all of this? I've been debating for a long time whether to get a hard disk, you know, with just a proper G drive, or get a NAS system. I felt the NAS system was a little bit too much for the things that I do. So I went with a 24 terabyte G drive, and it's serving me absolutely good. I have it set up as RAID 1, so I have 12 terabyte of storage, and the other 12 terabyte are just for backup. This sits always here, it never moves. It has a small noise, it has a noise that I actually don't like. It's like this, can you hear it? Yeah, but I got used to it. Whenever I feel annoyed, I just turn it off because I don't need it when I'm doing my actual day-to-day job. The screen, I have the DELL 3219Q. I don't know why they call it this way, why they can't give it a name like Johnny, Fanny, Frank, something. They always have to give it like a weird serial number which you can't remember. 4K, ultra sharp. I love it. It's 32-inch. It gives me all the space that I need. If I need more space, I just open the Mac. I have this other screen where I could like put the stuff on the side and start dragging and dropping. And the nice thing about it, it's USB-C, so all I have to do is put the power outlet onto the screen, and then the USB-C connects to the power and connects it to the screen. And whenever I need to swap, I just swap my Macs, plug this in, it's charging, I have a screen, everything's set up, super quick, super fast, super easy. I like it. One thing that's missing about it is obviously the camera. I bought the Logitech camera, I put it on top of it. You know, I didn't feel it's natural, I didn't feel it belongs to be there. So I decided to get rid of it. Every time I have a Zoom call or just any meeting, I just use the Mac screen. Next up is the AirPods Max. Do I love them? I absolutely adore them. They are by far one of the best headphones I've ever gotten. Reason is, first and foremost, obviously the sound is incredible. I love it. It's great, it sits perfectly on my ear. If I'm doing some editing, there's no lag between the editing software and the sound that I'm hearing from those AirPods, so it's absolutely great. And third, noise cancellation. When I'm working, I don't want to be bothered. And when I don't want to be bothered, I want noise cancellation. This sentence did not make sense, but I think you get it. I don't have speakers, as you can tell, because most of the time I'm using the AirPods. I tried bringing some speakers, I put them here, there's a wire coming from one speaker to the other speaker, and then from the speaker to the screen, and you have to turn it on, turn it off. Not my kind of thing. Keyboard. This keyboard is the Logitech Craft Advanced Keyboard. Again, I don't know why they call them this way. They need to work on the naming, whether it's Dell or Logitech, whoever it is, just give them a name, just Bobby something, you know, the Bobby keyboard. I think it makes more sense. I've been using it for 1.5 years now, but the one thing that I love about it is this scroll wheel over here. Can you hear that? You could click it. You could customize it the way you want, and that's why I like it. The other reason why I love this keyboard is because there are buttons 1, 2, and 3, and you can assign this keyboard to a Mac. So number 1 for me is assigned to the MacBook Pro 16-inch, and number 2 is assigned to the 13-inch MacBook Pro. So whenever I'm swapping those Macs, I'm clicking 1 and 2s, you know? 1, I'm editing. 2, I'm sending emails and working. To accompany this whole thing is the Logitech MX Master 3. There are lots of things that I love about it. First of all, how it fits within my hand. You know, I'm feeling it now. It's good. It's sensational, you know, it's like finger massage. There's a side scroll here, and this is the one I use to scroll through my timeline, go through clips very quickly. It just helps a lot. And then my third button that I have customized is the one on the side. It's this one. And this allows me to go into desktop straight away. So I just hit on this, I'm seeing desktop view, I do whatever I want to do on the desktop, click it back, everything comes back in, and we're ready to roll. On top of all of this on the mouth, one thing that I absolutely love are those 1, 2, 3, which is exactly the same as the keyboard. So I could automatically swap from one Mac to the other by just clicking on this button here. On the side of this table, I keep a small table lamp. I love working in the dark, so I turn off all of this. I just turn on this LED light, point it to my face or point it to the Mac, and I'm good. And it's just like easily foldable. Whenever I don't want to work, I just fold this, put it out of the way, and whenever I want it, boom, I open it, turn it on, change the light, make it warm, make it cold, make it hot, make it anything you want, baby. My last thing I have is a hydro cell flask. It's massive. Look, that's my face. It's as big as my face. Oh. This is probably the best thing I bought all of last year. It's a 2 liters hydro cell. It keeps the water cold even in Dubai's desert. I promise you, I've left this in the car for 2 days, 3 days. I come back, I drink from it, and it's cold. So whenever I leave the room, whenever I leave the house, I have it with me. And whenever I'm on my desk, I just take it, bam. It's here, it's with me, ready to keep me hydrated all day. This is everything I have on my desk. Can I make it more minimal than this? Perhaps, but I don't want it more minimal. I'm not a sucker for minimalism, but I am a sucker for, you know, productivity. Keeping things good, keeping things rolling, and these are the stuff I need at all times on my desk without keeping me, you know, distracted. How are we gonna end this? How do you end a desk setup video? What, that's 20 minutes of recording. That's not bad. It's not bad, 20 minutes of recording. It's gonna be a massive file. You're gonna have to edit it. So, these on. Ready to start the edits.